Hey, welcome to This Week on Lake Erie Port of Call. Mike Jamison here with you. As you can see, we're all kind of a mess. We're down here at Brenner 75, Harrison Marina, and everybody's getting the itch. You know, we're 2-3 weeks ahead of schedule from where we were last year. But I'm really lucky this year with my boat, and I don't have to do a lot of monstrous stuff, but got some friends in there that are putting barrier paint on. They're sandblasting and redoing stuff, and I'm lucky enough that I'm going to be able to just, wax it up, and we've got it pretty well waxed up right now, but it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm excited. I'm actually going to, hopefully the boat will be in the water before you guys even get to see this show. We're hoping Friday to put it in, but we're going to be talking with Bill Aiken over here at Brenner 75 and talk a little bit about the brokered boat market and some of the things that are happening with brokered boats at this point of the day here. And we'll also be talking with Chris Hoover. He's having a, matter of fact, later on today as I'm taping this, they're having a first mate class right here at Harrison's, where, you know, when your husband or your wife or somebody or your friend, boyfriend, girlfriend has a boat, you're the first mate, and we want to, find out what you do, and we'll be talking with Chris a little bit about that today too, and I'll show you a few things on the boat as we get ready for the 2023 season, and I'm kind of excited about that. This is actually our 6th season of doing our boat show, and we appreciate all the great comments, and we try our best, and hopefully you enjoy it as we get a little bit more into the year. We've got some great things coming up. Of course, in a couple of weeks, we'll be at the Catawba Island Club. Yeah, they have their big progressive boat show, Progressive Insurance, and we're excited to be a part of that, and we'll be there, and we'll give you a little more information about that in the next week or so too. So enjoy the show. Hey Chris, it's definitely stepping into, this is the week I'm dropping, but I didn't have as much stuff to do on my boat this year, so it made it a little bit easier. But you guys have come up with a great idea here for people, and you're doing it right here at our gas docks, my docks, right? We're doing the whole thing here. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going on for First Mates.
Wow. Well, I put together for the Toledo Sail and Power Squadron a first mate seminar because as a professional captain, I realized that first mate is invaluable.
Right.
And we always talk about captains running the boat and doing spring lines and doing different things, bringing it in wind and all currents. Sure. And that's great. That's good stuff. But I decided to take it to another level and say, wait a second, what about the line handlers on that boat? What about tricks and ways to make it work for them? And communication between the captain and the first mate, because how many people have heard another boat come in and they're
oh my God, it happens, it seems every week.
It's all the time.
It's like, no, I just stay here or do this or do this. You have your certain people that do certain things, and it makes it a very smooth dock.
It does.
But
and
it's great what you're doing.
And what happens is the first mate doesn't understand what the captain wants, and really when it gets down to it, the captain doesn't understand what they want the first mate to do, because the captain's trying to do everything. Captain wants to get the boat in and do this and do this. If you come up with a system and let the first mate do their job, and that's what I'm doing, is training them tricks and things that they can do. All the captain has to do is get that first mate to the spring line, let them attach that, and then get them to where all the other lines are, and it works so much smoother.
Spring line is the main line.
It works great.
That's the one thing this man has taught me.
Yep.
Spring line makes everything happen, and if you can get that hooked on, no matter how bad the winds are, no matter how bad anything is, you can really get a dock in there, and it makes it a lot easier for them. And you see a lot of ladies out here that are, obviously here for their husbands and their boyfriends, and making sure everything goes great. And we're gonna take it out and you can tell us a little bit about what's going on. You've got stations going on
Different
right now.
stations. So we spent the first 45 minutes talking about different tips and tricks. I mean, there's so much information to do in a 2-hour seminar. The whole idea is just to give them ideas and give them different things. And then if they want more information, they can get a hold of Toledo Salem Power Squadron, and we can actually do a little seminar on their 16-foot Boston whaler. Or they can call me and have me come out and do an actual on-the-water training for my own business. And we can do it that way too. So we're planning on possibly doing this again. And
I think you will. I think it's great. You had a great turnout.
We had a great turnout, and it wasn't highly advertised yet because we weren't sure how we were going to really do it in the water, out of the water, and with this weather, you know, we could really turn this into something. So
the main thing is getting people to understand the boating lifestyle,
Yeah.
and what they need to do if they want to be a boater and do it correctly. So, you know, you're not getting people upset when you're driving by a certain way and you want to do this, and there's rules. There's just rules.
And the main rule is, you know, you're responsible for anything your vessel does.
Right.
So if your vessel makes wake for someone else's 500 yards away, I mean, that you're responsible for that, and anything your guests do on your boat and so on. And so there's a lot to it, and you said it right, boating correctly. And I have people that tell me I've been boating my whole life. Well, are you doing it correctly? There's certain tricks, and then there's work smarter versus harder. So there's
Right.
tricks and communication with other people so that the captain's not having to put all that pressure on himself. He could be worrying about this. The first mate can be doing all the other stuff. And with my bride and as my first mate in our system, it took us a little bit. But we now figured out, and my procedure list is different than hers, and it should be. She takes care of this stuff, I take care of this stuff, we mesh together, and it works out well.
That's
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, President of Genoa Bank, a locally owned community bank providing a full range of banking services. At Genoa Bank, we believe a bank should do more than just conduct business. We genuinely care about the communities we serve, and we take our hometown commitment to heart. Our biggest investment will always be in you, whether it's a personal account or business. Genoa Bank is committed to outstanding service. We want to know you by name and help you with all your banking needs. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Being on the water is one of the best ways to enjoy the outdoors, and we all know that a safe day on the water is a perfect day on the water. You're ready to connect with nature, explore new places, see new things, maybe connect with that big fish. However, the most important connection while you're out on the water is with your boat's engine. Whether you use a lanyard or the safety and convenience of a wireless fob or wristband, connecting with your engine gives you safety and confidence for a perfect day.
Pro Golf Fairways at Cameo Pizza and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street right next to Nick and Jimmy, with top-of-the-line golf simulators, duckpin bowling, and the best food for your night out. We've got you covered. It's Pro Golf Fairways with all the greatest golf courses in the area. Why not come out and hit a few with us at Pro Golf Fairways at Cameo Pizza and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street next to Nick and Jimmy.
Different problems require different solutions. Seagate Roofing and Foundation Services has been solving water problems for over 30 years. We have the expertise to provide you with the best solution. Seagate replaces foundations, straightens walls, lifts sinking foundations, and waterproofs basements. Get your free estimate before you make a decision, because you deserve to have all the facts. We are the local experts.
244 LEAK Seagate.
Like I said before, I'm very lucky this year. Our bottom paint's looking good. We're going to have to do some touch-ups on our bottom paint, but you're going to do that every year. And that's the one thing, if you use a really good bottom paint, you're not going to have problems with it. And eventually, in about 2 years or so, I'm going to have to sandblast this bottom and put a whole new paint on, and got some friends that are working on that right now, doing some barrier paint right now, and it's a tough job. It's a couple of day job, not to mention, you know, doing all of the sandblasting and making sure all of that works. But I got really lucky this year. We put a really nice coat on last year, so we didn't have to do a rubbing compound on this, and this year we were able to just put our wax on it. You know, a lot of people put the you know, the new gel coats and all of that. You know, that's great if that's what you like to do. For me, I'm really good with just getting some good old-fashioned McGuire's paste wax from here at Brenner and putting it on, and if you keep doing it, it just looks really nice. And you know, for a 33-year-old boat, this thing looks pretty good, and we've been able to do those kind of things with it too. So some of the things that you want to make sure, you know, before you get your boat in the water, obviously you want to make sure your batteries are all taken care of, and I'm very lucky too. We put new batteries in last year. Everything's perfect. We stayed inside. We kept this thing inside this year, which is making my job a heck of a lot easier. We don't have to worry about shrink wrap. We don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And able to get that done. I've got Don Billings over at the Ragman that's doing some upholstery work for us this year, and next week we'll have him on, and we'll talk a little bit about you know, upholstery work. I know he's crazy busy right now, so if you want to get something in there, you're probably looking at a couple of weeks, 3 weeks before he's going to get to it, because it's incredible how many people he's got right now trying to get stuff done. And he was able to get some canvas work done for us, and we really appreciate that he was able to get that done for us too. But everything's looking good here. We've checked our wiring. We're, you know, looking everything over. You know, one of my big things is making sure that bilge is clean. And I haven't gotten into cleaning the bilge yet from a standpoint of, you know, swishing it out and everything, but my bilge is still very clean. I want to keep it that way, and everything seems to look real good that way. You want to check around, you know, with your gas fittings, and you want to make sure everything's cleaned out really good, you know, on your you know, your ports and your vents that you have. Make sure there's no spiders or anything. Start the season off right with that, and make sure I do this all the time, right around all of my windows and everything, and they've got, you know, rubber. And you want to make sure you get in there and you clean those rubber fittings out, and that's something we haven't done yet. And you know, I throw a little bit of not WD-40 or, you know, something as a penetrant that could keep that rubber and everything really good right around there. And other than that, it's just clean and clean and clean. And you know, Kristen over at the Nauti Details has given us a lot of great ideas on things that need to be done, and making sure your boat's really good and ready to go.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
From the kitchens of Italy to you, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen is the home of authentic Italian food. As one of the oldest independently owned pizzerias in Toledo, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen has been serving since 1988. With pizza, salads, award-winning subs, chicken chunks and wings, Mom's own lasagna recipe, and our famous cheese sticks, we have it all. Never frozen, always homemade. Arturo's Pizza Kitchen. Hungry? Call Arturo's, 419-698-1641.
It's hot. Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Well, folks, it's that time of the year. You know, we're getting our boats together. Look at me, Kirsten. I've got black paint all over me. You're proud of me.
I am.
But what did you say? It was the first thing you said.
Did you actually get any paint on the boat?
Yeah, well, I got it on my shirt. I've got it. I have this habit.
Oh, your jeans?
Yeah, these are old jeans, so.
That's all right.
I have this habit of painting under the boat, but I paint like the top part first, and then I go under to paint something because I find another piece.
You don't get any on your face, though.
No, I get it. My hair. It's my new color. It's my new color now.
Well, you don't have to do just for men then.
No, I do, folks. I do. Nauti Details, and is it Details or Detail?
Yep, Details.
And this is Kirsten, and she'll be on the show all summer, and she does a lot of work with, you know, getting all your boats ready. And I mean, what's the big thing? I know you're getting a million phone calls right now. What are they asking you to do because it's such a nice day?
So right now everybody really wants me to do a buff and a wax and bottom paints.
Right, and it's tough. It's a hard job, and you would love to get some people involved too. If you know, we talked about this a little bit, where you're empowering some of the young ladies that would be interested in being a part of this.
Yep.
You're always looking for people to come and help, especially now.
Right, and who also want to learn the business side of things, because I do a lot with marketing, and it's part of my degree, and I would love to teach as well. So.
You're really lucky. You're down here at Brenner 75. You've got your own setup over here, and you help me out with a lot of stuff. That's why my boat looks so nice. I mean, you've done a real nice job with just telling me, Mike, A, B, C, and D. You know, yes. and I think that's the one thing. But if people want to come down and, you know, maybe you do the tough stuff. You know, they can maybe do the inside cleaning and this and that, but you're going to do the outside and get it all looking pretty.
Right.
So you can get it in the water. And are you booking up really big right now?
I've got a couple spaces open in April, and I am like halfway booked for May. So yeah, I'm pretty busy.
Oh yeah. So. What is the big thing with the Maumee River and Lake Erie, you know, for people that want to protect their boats? I know we talk about it, and I just put the wax on my boats. You know, I'm a McGuire's guy. It looks gorgeous. It's 32 years old, but I see a lot of people putting these, you know, these ceramic coatings. Can you do all that kind of stuff?
I can. And it really is something that I want to sit down with each individual person and talk about, because one person wants one thing and one person wants another, and your boat may not need all of that. So I don't want to charge you for it either. Right.
And people, if you've got like dull, the one thing that I'm talking with her about is the inside of my boat, or the top side of my boat, which I've kind of neglected for the last couple of years, and it's just really getting a good buff on it and getting a good wax on it, and that's some, I'll get it later, and now it's like, okay, we're later now, so we got to get it done. And you've got great prices for people that want to, you know, this, that, and then tune up specials to make sure that they can get their boats looking good.
Right. And I do offer things. So like if you are really interested in having your boat bottom painted, I offer winter details for stuff like that. From like November through April, if you're scheduled and booked.
That's a smart thing, huh?
So,
That's a smart thing. Maybe you want to talk to her now and get yourself set up for November, and because you're inside and you can do everything.
Yep, I'm inside. They can pull it in, and she doesn't have to be unwrapped for me to do a bottom paint. I can just, whether it's a brand new bottom paint and you've never had it done before, or it's just another coat that you want, or you want your lines changed, I can do all of that in my building.
Fantastic. I'm excited. She's going to be my new euchre partner here.
I'm excited. We're going to kick butt.
Yeah, we're going to be the euchre sensation of Brenner 75. A lot of fun stuff going on down here this year, and they're really going to make it a fun year. And, you know, even if you can't take your boat out, you can just be on your boat, and we did a lot of that last year. So
I think they're doing the $1 drinking nights too this year.
Yeah, they're going to have all kinds of stuff
I'm
like
excited.
that. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun down here.
Yep.
Whoa, there's a bug right there. That's the first bug of the year. And thank you. Give them your telephone number if people want to get a hold of you.
567-288-8811. I look forward to hearing from you, and have a great boating season.
Is your roof past its peak? It's not always this easy to tell. From rooftops to foundations, Seagate is a trusted A+ BBB accredited business and a Platinum Preferred contractor. As a Platinum Preferred contractor, we offer one of the country's best roofing warranties, the Owens Corning True Protection 50-year warranty. That's material and labor. We've earned your trust for over 30 years, Toledo. Call Seagate now.
244-LEAK Seagate.
Mike Jamison and Jamison's Mobile Music would like to talk to you about your entertainment needs for your upcoming wedding or special event. For over 25 years, Mike has made wonderful memories, one event at a time. Professional sound and lighting and video for your special event. Call us today for an affordable package for your special day. 419-514-1302. Jamison's Mobile Music and Video.
Yoder Brothers Lawn and Snow, where we treat your yard as our own. Lawn care, landscape construction, landscape maintenance, hydro seeding, snow and ice management, residential and commercial, licensed, insured, trusted. Contact us today, 567-218-1915, 567-218-1915. Yoder Brothers Lawn and Snow. Yoder Brothers Lawn and Snow.
Well, we're wrapping up one of our really big shows here for 2023, and Bill, I got to be honest with you before we even start. Since I've gone to inside storage, it's such a different beast for me getting. I mean, the boat's ready. I'm putting a coat of wax on it right now. I'm trimming up the black paint, the bottom paint on it. But man, it's just like, oh my God, I'm ready to go.
Absolutely.
Don Billings did a real nice job with our canvas, and nothing's wrong with my canvas. It's the isinglass and that just goes bad.
Right.
And he got that all taken care of for me. And I've just got so many great friends in this business, and I consider you one.
You as well.
And we're going to have a lot of fun this summer. And one thing I wanted to talk about, I remember us sitting here talking 2 years ago when COVID hit and everything, and everybody was buying boats.
Yes, everybody was. It was a buyer's market. It was everybody wanted one, and yep, absolutely.
And one of the things that we've never really talked about is the process of buying and selling a boat. And
there's a double part process there. And that's, it depends. Either you can go the private party route, or you can just go and look at a boat and contact the seller of the boat, and you guys deal with each other, or you can have the confidence and go with a broker to go look for a boat that could be, that's already brokered, that a broker like myself is selling for somebody.
Sure.
And get, that experience is tailored. You're protected that way on both sides of it, from a buyer's perspective as well as from a seller's perspective. On the seller side of it, we as a broker, we always represent the seller. That is our client. We represent them from, getting the pictures, putting it up online on multiple avenues. We represent the seller when we're negotiating. We take them out on sea trials. We take care of the title work for them. So pretty much from start to finish. All you have to be is on the same side, same page as any offers that come in, and want to commit to selling your boat.
Well, the one thing that you said that really kind of perked my interest is the safety aspect of having a broker that's going to be working with you, and you become friends. This is not a process that on Monday you decide to buy a boat and Wednesday you're buying a boat. No, I don't think it's ever worked that easy.
There's the whole business, the whole marina is set up for multiple avenues, right? So you come in, you look for a boat. Some of them are in heated storage or cold storage. Some of them are outside, and sometimes you got to be crawling around in nasty elements, or a beautiful day like today. It just but from start to finish, that's where. And when you're going through a brick and mortar business like ourselves, is when you're protected. We've got policies set in place that protect the buyer and the seller as far as fraudulent funds, making sure all the funds clear, making sure all the title work is documented and clearly drawn out, and there's no issues with the title work, because that's
scary
what caps the deal off. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know you guys have been in business forever and ever and ever, and all the people here, you're like my family now, and I really hope that as we really grow this thing over the years, we see a lot of growth with the marina areas, what's happening in the Toledo area, and making sure that when everybody comes down here to Brenner Marine to one of our parties, that they have a good time.
Oh, absolutely. That's what it's all about. That's why we're here. We don't do this for work. We've got the dream job here. We just want to have a little fun too.
Well, I've been you guys have steered me in the right direction with my boat. Good. And I think that's the one thing, folks, when you do buy a boat.
Easier said than done.
Well, yeah, especially with me. But, you had a lot of these people in the COVID era that were buying these 32, 34 twin-screw boats that had never had a boat like that ever in their life. And it was scary there a few days.
That's why we recommend people like Chris Hoover, Captain Chris Hoover, to take you out on your own boat and show you the rules of the road and how to tie up a boat and everything. Safety first. You don't want a bad experience or an accident to happen.
You can get in trouble on Maumee River and Lake Erie. You can, but if you're smart, you're going to be fine.
There's always a chance that an accident could happen, right? But you want to minimize those chances. You want to pay attention where you're at. You want to know your water, know the weather, know the wind, current, all those things. And that's just about being a good boater. You want to pay attention to what's going around. You got to pay attention to other boaters. You got to know the right of ways. There's a lot of different factors involved, and there's always a chance something can happen, but you want to minimize those chances as best possible.
Well, I appreciate all you've done for me.
Absolutely.
And you've made boating just so much fun for me. Well, and then we have a boat TV show about it, and everybody talks
about boats.
And that's a good thing. I want to get a big thanks out to Chris Hoover too, who did a great
awesome job.
You had a wonderful, and you don't think about the mates, the first mates.
It's a key factor in the boat, right?
Amen.
Absolutely.
And they had a really good time out here, and Chris did a wonderful job with that. And of course, talking with Kirsten over at Nauti Details, and she's crazy
Now's
busy.
the time, getting ready to get the boats ready
and
and cleaned
up. She is really looking for people to help her.
Yeah.
If you're interested in a great job, getting a suntan and enjoying yourself, you can give her a call, or give me a call. We'll get it all straight. We're all a big family here.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Absolutely.
And folks, we'll see you next week. In a couple of weeks here on the first airing of this show, we'll be heading up to the Catawba Island Club for the Progressive
Boat Show, right?
Yep, we'll be there, and let me know if you need tickets. And if you need some tickets, just hit me up on Lake Erie Port of Call on Facebook, and we'll see if we can help you out. I am Mike Jamison with Mr. Aiken here. Bill, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.